What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 15 of Damn That's Good with Big Salinas Barbecue. I'm your host, Big Salinas, joined by, of course, as always, my brother, Junior Salinas, and behind the scenes, our mad scientist producer, Chris Bustos. Uh, we're going to have a good show on this one. It's just going to be basically talking recent barbecue competition, whatever else we want to talk about this episode. So let's get it started.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So let's go over what we talked about last one. We talked about our American Royal competition results. How we finished 5th in the world in the with the hot porker rub right there in the spice category. We did all of our spices and stuff did really well, so we're excited about that. We had Michael Goff from King Louis Meat Apostles on, gave us a lot of great knowledge. Go check it out if you haven't heard it. Go check out their stuff. It is awesome. We gave some little backyard barbecue tips, and then some what we like to do in our backyard. Family cooks, like what's our must have, what do we have to do, other than beer, of course, which is what it is. And then I think Randy was talking about potentially hitting the mad scientist thing to see about coming up with maybe a new flavor on it. He's not going to reveal anything, but we're going to try, see if we can get it out of him for you. But let's get going. But first and foremost, we couldn't do it without our sponsors, which are
Holy Smokes Spice Company. You can get all the rubs at holysmokes.com or now on Big Salinas Barbecue.com as well. We have all the rubs. Brothers Keepers Barbecue, if you're looking for a drum smoker, I highly recommend them. We just recently got our filler, Prairie Fresh. If you're looking to up your pork game, give Prairie Fresh a try. Since we've used their pork and ribs, pork butts, our customers have loved it. We've done really good with it in the competition trail. And then Meat Hugger. If you're looking for some good butcher paper, go to Amazon Meat Hugger. Use coupon code 15 Big Salinas to get you a discount.
Definitely go check out, and a big thank you to all our sponsors. Without y'all, this couldn't be possible, and of course without you, the listeners, even more important. Without you guys, we really couldn't be doing this and wouldn't be doing it. We do it for the love of it and having fun with it. But let's hit a little small business shout out. What you got, Randy?
Bearded Sons Beard Company. Really have a beard, looking to up your beard game, Bearded Sons co.com. Give them a try. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram. That is Bearded Sons Beard Company.
There it is, Bearded Son. Yeah, I don't have much of a beard. You have the beard. For that, I have one. I'm looking for it here. If I can find it, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. I told him I'd give him out one a couple weeks ago, so here we go again. We had him on one time, GC Seasonings, gcseasonings.com. Go check him out. Definitely on Facebook at GC Seasonings or Instagram GC_seasonings. Has great products, great stuff. Go check him out for sure. And all his good stuff, and you can't go wrong with anything that he has there. So just like I said, real short and sweet to the point today. We'll keep it out. But Monday was Memorial Day, so definitely little virtual tip of the cap to all of those men and women, not just serving in our armed forces, that gave their lives for us to be able to do this show, to be on different podcasts, to us to just be at cook-offs like Randy was at this weekend, that have given their life to protect our country. We may not agree with each other, but these people, men and women, fought and died for us to give the ultimate sacrifice. So salute, again, virtual tip of the cap to them and their families for all their sacrifices, because it's just not them going to war. It's definitely their families that have to go with them, that they leave behind for sometimes years and years. So definitely, somebody in the military now, give them a thanks, because that is definitely voluntary. I mean, that's one thing that makes our country great. We're not told from birth, hey, you're in the military, you get to volunteer for it. So definitely tip of the cap for them. But let's jump right into it. Randy, you were at a cook-off. You were at two this weekend for, speaking of Memorial Day, for the Memorial Day thing. Give us a little rundown of that barbecue competition.
Yeah, it was a 2 day competition. So, I mean, technically, it was two competitions, but it was the uh, same venue. We didn't move. It was with the CBA, so the Champions Barbecue Alliance that we've talked previously on the show. Um, it was the first one we've done, first doubleheader we've done. We got surprised on Friday when me and Mason showed up with our drum. We got there and James said, "Hey, go open my trailer. I have something in there you're gonna want." And sure enough, there it was, our brand new orange drum.
Nice.
So we basically got there. We got unloaded. We got the meat prepped or injected and everything. Um, and then it was raining, but the ground was dry. It was a hot one for sure. But a lot of the best cooks in the state of Texas and in the country were there. From Chicken Fried Barbecue, Bullhorn Barbecue, Lucky Charm, Holy Smoke was there. Brothers Keeper was there. We were set up near him. Double S Smokers, Race Crew Barbecue, First Class. Anyone that you can think of that does a lot of CBA, IBCA, KCBS were there. Um, so it's basically, I think we figured maybe like 90% out of 30 teams were about, you know, have won a lot of grand champions and everything. So you weren't expecting much. Uh, we may have had little hiccups here and there, but nothing nothing new with us, especially me cooking. Uh, but day one we finished 29th overall. Was a little bit of shocker because everything we thought was good. Chicken we finished 27th out of 37. Ribs 25th out of 37. Out of 36, I should say. Pork 25th out of 36 teams, and then brisket 26 out of 36. Uh, Pork it wasn't bad. First time we've done a pork box, so you can't really expect much when it's the first time you've ever done it. So to finish 25th is better. I was certainly thinking we were going to finish last. I'll tell you that much. But we took it. We just ran with it and said, "Hey, whatever." Uh, but some of the comments, like I was talking to you about, were kind of weird. But I mean, a lot of the comments, even from James and everybody, was it's too salty, too sweet, bland, too peppery. Like someone said, our ribs were too tough, uh, but then said seemed overcooked from the same judge. I don't know how one is too tough and it seemed overcooked. I never heard that before. But I mean, a lot of the ones that didn't place in the top 10, even some of the ones that placed in the top 10 were getting bad comments, but yet getting good numbers. So it's kind of hit or miss. I mean, the same thing to the competition, it's hit or miss on what you're gonna do.
Absolutely. Real quick though, before you dive into it, one thing about that competition, I think you can go Champions Barbecue Alliance and go check out the awards they do it. They did something different with the awards for it about having like walk-up music. Instead of announcing, like you go to these competitions and some people and they'll be like 7, 2, 5, 3, 4, and then there's a dead silence because everybody's looking at their tickets going, what is, and this one was walk-up music. So you knew what it was and you knew when it was yours. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, what did you think of just that? I mean,
I thought it was pretty cool setup. I mean, I've been checking them out on Facebook since they come out, and that's, to me, it makes it goes by a lot faster. And it's better to hear your name called than a number. I rather hear my name called than ticket number blah 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 and have to look at a ticket. That's the good thing about them is when you get the box, it's all QR codes. So they're just scanning the QR code and whatever uh, the score comes up, that's how it's judged off of. It's basically totally is a blind judging. You could get picked on, to go up against 6 world champions, or you can get picked to go up against 6 backyard cooks. It's whatever it is, it's gonna your luck is your luck, basically. But the awards was way better than anything else that certainly we've been to. We enjoyed it, and it did go by kind of fast.
Well, it
Uh,
definitely went by fast. We watched it. We streamed it on day two when we kind of caught it, which we'll get into. But we caught it at a certain point, and we put it on our TV, and it looked good. I think we were watching James's feed, James Ledbetter's feed, and it went smooth. It was real quick, and I mean, there was no playing around with it because we've been at some of these things, and the awards, you wait an hour and a half, 2 hours just to get to the awards, and then it takes an hour for it. I mean, they really had their head on for it, so I think it was a success just seeing the process of it. So, but like I said, it was real good. So just continue with that. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, I mean it was fun. I know Mason had the fun with it. I mean, it was totally different. I know when we left Saturday to go back to the hotel, I told him, you know what, we're not changing nothing. We're just gonna roll with it. Whatever happens, happens. That's what we come out here for. We're just did not to mess around with recipes. And then Sunday we woke up, we got there, and I told him, you know what, Mason, you're gonna cook the chicken, you're gonna cook the ribs. I'm gonna do the other two. And whatever happens, happens. We're not expecting nothing. It'd be cool to get a walk. Um, that'd be cool, but whatever. We're just here to have some fun, enjoy the weekend. So he ended up doing the chicken. I told him, walked him through. We did go back to an old recipe, an old faithful recipe of Holy Smoke Spice Company and some Big Salinas barbecue sauce.
Can't
And
go
lo
wrong.
and behold, what does Mason do? Mason gets his first chicken walk on an eighth place chicken. So that was kind of cool to hear the song go. I know Chelsea wants us to change it, but that song not going to change it because you know what? We grew up in high school with Mike Jones. Back then, they didn't want me, and back then they didn't want me. And now that Big Salinas is hot, they want us.
Well, you don't get
Nope.
Chris to play a little sample on it. Don't worry about it.
But
And that's a tip
that
of
was
that.
kind of cool to
Yeah.
get up there and get that walk against going up against all those great cooks, especially beating out chicken fried barbecue. Bill Purvis, man, that dude. I think he walked in every category.
I heard that same
He
song
he
all the
G
time.
seated. He G seated on Saturday. I think he had 3 first place calls and I think an eighth place something. Um, and then Sunday he did almost the same thing. He won first overall. We all knew that. So basically, we got tired of hearing chicken fried barbecue. We got tired of hearing that song. But he deserved it, man. That man can cook. I can tell you that much.
You tired of
Uh,
hearing Zach Brown band chicken fried?
yeah. But then the ribs, Mason cooked the ribs. They were good. He said they were good. I didn't try any. I made a point. I'm on Sunday. I wasn't trying nothing. We're just gonna see. So I guess told him on Sunday after the awards, after we got the eighth place. I guess I'm not trying the chicken no more. Um, the ribs, he finished 28th out of 37. Pork again 24th, so we moved up one. And then brisket 33rd. I thought the brisket was better than Sunday, but the judges didn't agree. So, but I mean, we finished 26 overall, so we moved up from 29th to 26th, and in one day with more teams, a lot of good teams leaving, and a lot of good teams coming in on Sunday. From the Ant Mafia, Michelle and Adam, Tim, and all them all showed up, and they all had a good showing. So I mean, it was fun. Like I said, letting Mason get that call uh, was really cool. I think that was the highlight of the weekend.
That definitely. I mean, when I got told that Mason, when you put it out there that Mason did the cooking, Mason did his chicken, and for him to get a call eighth in a category we historically don't do that hot in, but for him to get it with those amount of cooks. I mean, I watched Saturdays a little bit, and that's you heard literally the same song Saturday that you heard Sunday at the top of the thing, and to see you all go get a place and then know that Mason cooked it was great. Our little pitmaster in the making, of course, he turned 17 yesterday, so it's just amazing how time flies with him, and the kids. But it was amazing. I mean, for him to get it, to go out there and say, "Hey, I got eighth in my first one that I did." I mean, I guess we might have to let him take over the chicken for a little bit and see what else we can do in the next competition, whenever that is. But
yeah, he's already asking when's the next cookout. I said, "Ain't it right now? It's too hot. No, we don't do good in 100-degree weather. That breaks us down and makes us all gives us all heat exhaustion, and that's something none of us need.
It's getting a little warm out
diabetes.
There. It's getting a little warm. It ain't 100 degrees outside. It ain't that hot.
It feels like it.
Well, we're fat. That's what happens when you fat. When you big, that's why we Big Salinas Barbecue. We got to live up to our name. We can't be called Big Salinas, and we all be skinny. We'd have to change the name and the T-shirt to Skinny Salinas Barbecue. That's some crazy stuff. It's great. Like you said, I'm glad, interesting experience that y'all had. Just getting the drum looked awesome. Nice and orange. How did you use it? What did you use for the new drum? What did you cook on it?
Did I use it? Yeah, I used it.
What did you cook with
crazy?
You spent the money.
I fired it up probably on Saturday, like 3:30. Because I got up to go to the bathroom and the wind picked up and broke our 2 tents, so we had to buy a pop-up tent. So we lost 2 tents, so we're basically we were out in the elements, exposed, and we thought the rain was coming, so I went ahead and fired it up, especially to get it seasoned in because it hadn't been seasoned. Because James with Brother Keeper's Barbecue, him and JJ, not only can JJ cook chicken and is the most consistent cook on the trail right now, that boy, not only did he cook chicken for customers on Friday, but he made sure that drum was put together for me. And they didn't even tell me I was getting it.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even know they were going to go until that Wednesday or Thursday. So, yeah, we'll make sure you're set up near us. So I kind of had a feeling on it, but I wasn't going to ask, like, well, whatever. If he's going to have it, he's going to have it. So we fired it up. It cooked really good, really consistent. I know he made some changes on it, made the intakes go in a little bit deeper. The basket was a little bit wider. They got up the temperature and it stayed at 325.
Nice.
So I cooked the brisket and chicken brisket and pork butts in there both days. Saturday, one of them wouldn't get up the temperature, so I picked the chicken in that one to kind of finish it off. But yeah, it cooked consistent. It was that drum. I think is going to be the best drum we got.
Wow, that high praise, huh? The best drum we got. I don't know. So the one you won in the contest isn't any good or what?
Huh?
The one you won in that contest, that's no good or what?
No, they're all good. It's just that orange one.
It looks nice. It's sharp.
Yeah, it's nice. It's sharp.
That's for sure.
It's not only does it stand out, like I said, it cooks real good. Real good.
It does look sharp. I'm looking, see some, as we look at it. So what's next on the thing? I know you said it's hot. Are you going to hold off on competitions till after summer? Are you going to see about trying to do another one? Go back down there and do another CBA competition or what?
I'll see. It's probably going to be after summer once it kind of pulls down a little bit because it's starting to get hot here. And then we got orders coming in for catering and stuff. So
that's it too.
Summer is usually our time to cater and relax a little bit before we go back.
Absolutely.
Before it freezes. So, but that certainly, I'm not going to say no. We're not going to do cook off in the summer. It could happen. But we'll see.
We will see. You'll see. Well, like I said, Well, we'll say, like I said, if you do have an order, you do have a request of something you want, um, definitely let us know. Go to bigsalinasbarbecue.com to our catering spot, fill that out, or you can, of course, reach us on any social media, and we'll do that. Because there's not, if you have, even if you have a work event or anything, work event, at party, whatever, let us be your cooks. Let us wow you with our stuff, and trust me, you will get hooked on it. So, when it comes to when it comes to catering, since you brought up catering, what is all like? I know we do the barbecue, we do the ribs, we do all that. What is something that you haven't cooked? I mean, are you willing to cook something if somebody requests it? Is, I guess, my question.
I'll cook whatever they want us to cook, as long as I'm given time to do a test run on it. Like if it's some lamb or something, I'll give it a try. But I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to do some research on how to actually cook it before I actually tell you I can cook it. But I'm willing to give anything a shot.
Definitely. So there you have it right there. Like I said, you got those coming out. Definitely we'll definitely cook anything you need. Give us a thing. And that's all because we want a product we give you. We want to be happy with it. Now let's jump here. Let's switch gears here a little bit. Your new labels for these sauces look absolutely sharp. Are those going out to stores, or what's going on with the new the labels on the new rubs?
They're going out to stores or they're going to customers. So whoever orders it from this point on, they're getting nothing but the new labels.
That
So
is
if you
it.
see us, if one of the store has the previous labels, once they sell out and they order more, I'll send them the new labels. But if any order comes in, they're getting the new labels as of June 1st.
There you have it. So June, those are starting to hit the market. Definitely, I mean, those labels are sharp. Definitely when there, it's award-winning stuff because it's just not us that use it. It's a lot of cooks on the barbecue circuit that are using these rubs, using the sauces. Go check it out, get hooked, and of course, you can get all of our products. BigSalinasBarbecue.com and check those out. Or, like I said, we prefer actually that you go to the stores. You can get our locations of those stores online as well and hit those up and help out because you're not just helping us, you're helping that small business out as well. So, but you got any new things in the kitchen that you would like to reveal today? Little teasers or anything?
Nothing in the kitchen.
We gotta leave that on there. That's funny. Nothing cooking. Even little technical difficulties here. There's one thing here.
Is it mine or is it yours?
It could be mine. I've seen mine glitch from time to
yeah,
time.
when you're talking, it goes.
So it could.
That's why.
Be both. It's just with the weather, and both of us have. We can't. I'm not going to name the brand on this, but a certain type of company that's round and blue. That does our internet, and it's not very good. Even though I have fiber, and it's supposed to be the best in the world, but
we have fiber too.
It's poo poo. Anytime there's a cloud in the sky, it runs like poop. Why that affects the ground, I don't know, but we'll save that for a different topic on a different day. But, so nothing new coming down the kitchen in the mad scientist kitchen there. Anything? Are you looking to improve any of the sauce? Maybe change up the ingredients a little bit on them, or
no, they're not getting.
Any
I'm not messing with the sauces that we have. After talking to people and entered in the American Royal. To me, I can tell you, I can care less if we win any other awards besides the competition. That we're sticking to with those two sauces, we're going to stick to with what it is. I don't want to go messing with something and then people come back. Well, I don't like the new change. So what you buy out of those two bottles, that's what it's always going to be.
Gotcha.
Now, if we come out something new, it may be thicker. We may go. I may gear it towards winning the American Royal or something. Um, I don't know. We'll see when I play around it with it on what it comes out with.
Well, if you came up with a thick sauce, we would call it what? Just Big Salinas thick,
I don't know.
like our women.
Can't
Because
tell you.
I like me a little, Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Where's she at? Okay, she can't hear me. But anyways, let's switch gears. Who knows? But like I said, I know one thing. If you come out with the new sauce, I think one thing that separates our sauce and that you've worked hard on is the fact that it doesn't take away from the seasoning.
Yep.
When you add some of these thick ones that we had that you have that are super thick, that's all you taste. You don't taste any of your seasoning on there. So that's the kind of challenge I think you would have running into it is without
That's
still
why
taking
it
away the
does so well
seasoning.
on the competition trail also, and that's why a lot of competition cooks enjoy it, is because it doesn't take away from whatever seasoning they're using.
Yeah, it just enhances. It just enhances it, um, and that's what. Like we entered in, it was the barbecue news had a national or sauces national honor or something like that, and neither one of the sauces did any did really good in pork, chicken, beef, or seafood, and then chicken, I think too. Because basically the way they did it is just unseasoned meat, cooked it, and then I think just dipped it in it to give it a try. Um, and ours is geared towards you can take any kind of seasoning, whether it's Big Salinas barbecue, holy meat church, Cosmos, whoever seasoning it is, you can take that seasoning, season whatever meat you want and got, and it's just going to enhance that flavor of it and give it more of a pop. And it blends really nice together. So that's for competition cooks and backyard cooks and everybody else loving it and getting hooked on it and buying it and buying it. That means more to me than winning, an award that just gets hung on the wall. Just saying, sauce, best sauce or top 10 sauce, something like that. I rather have something like this. It goes on the wall for somebody, especially that one right. See that one right there. Eighth place chicken.
The eighth place chicken. That's
That
like
one.
I said.
They asked Mason, are you going to keep that award? Are you going to get the money? He goes, nope. He goes, I didn't buy none of it. All I did was cook it. He helped me with everything. It's going to go right there on that wall. So exactly where it went.
That's it right there.
And that's all we're doing is I just want to build our wall, build someone else's wall. So it's already good for someone else to use our stuff. Certainly.
And that's it right there. I mean, if we
And then,
can,
of course, like I told him, I've bought some sauce. I don't know if y'all gotten some thick sauces and looked at the back. A lot of those ones have Worcestershire sauce,
Worcestershire.
and I don't like the taste of it. If I taste it, to me, I don't like it. I don't care for it. So if I can taste that kind of type of ingredient in it, to me, it just I just won't use. I won't use it.
It's like putting mustard on something. Why do it?
Yeah.
I don't like mustard. But for sure, we'll see what happens here going through here in the future. I'm looking at we'll see what happens. But definitely, I mean, when somebody wins an award and they get a call and they give us a shout out, hey, thanks to the Big Salinas. When they tell you what ingredients, because that's one thing about the barbecue competition. If you follow some of these cooks out there that are on social media, they're going to tell you what they used for their chicken or whatever. And when you get that name on their Big Salinas barbecue sauce or the hot pork or whatever they use, it's like a win for us. I mean, we take that as a win because that's our product. That's something that hard work went into that. And so that to me, like you said, that's the award. It's like you won that award. Yep. Yeah, nice shiny, world championship sauce thing would look great on that wall that you got behind you. But if it happens, great. If it doesn't, then hey, somebody will win it one day with using your stuff, and it'll be like you're there winning it with them. So let's take a quick break here real quick, and we'll be right back, and we'll go into some other stuff. We'll talk about maybe preview of July 4th, see what we're going to be cooking right around in that time.
Blow the whistle! Blow the whistle! Blow the whistle!
We like to party.
You're listening to A Good Day for Football with Chris Bustos, Nathan Bedard, David Kroboff, and Troy Warren.
Alfonso Noon is a guy who falls in the bathtub and bites into bubbles.
Hi, I'm Andrew Luck. I like both.
Let's go out here! Yes, sir!
Oh!
Hey,
Oh!
Dominate!
it's compelling.
Some bias.
He's a cover girl.
And the pass is
Oh!
touchdown, Dallas.
Yet. All right. Welcome back. Here, so we're gonna get into a little thing here. I was reading this article on Facebook right now from WFAA. It said the ATBs that are coming in is gonna have a true Texas barbecue restaurant drive-through restaurant in their store. That's what I was saying. How do we get into that? As we're talking to the I don't know if you. That to me, when you go to the stores like that, they cook on those industrial smoker. I don't even think they do a real smoker, and it kind of ruins the flavors. And I think that's where you have like Snows and Franklin's and Terry Blacks and all those other ones, just to name a few that really taste good because they're using a real pit, real smoke, and not this industrial smoker that a lot of restaurants
Old
use.
Hickory Pit.
Yeah, so but it's new for the Frisco one. Gonna be right down the house from where I'm at now, so I might have to check it out when they break ground. It's set to open in the fall of 2022. We'll see what happens to the Walmarts and stuff, because when you go down to Austin areas and South Texas and the HEBs are running wild, you don't see a lot of Walmarts like you do here on every other corner, seems like. So we'll see what happens there, but we'll check it out. What would your thought? Would you ever? Is that the goal one day for you to open a restaurant or do something like that, or what's your ultimate goal for Big Salinas Barbecue, to put you on the spot since we've got nothing else?
I think that'd be cool to have a restaurant that we have. That's we earned. We did it ourselves. No one else helped us. Then don't have to pay anybody else back. We're just basically paying ourselves back, and we're keeping the profits for ourselves. I think that to me would mean be very special. I'm certain I would love to have that as the day job. Just doing barbecue, traveling. Delivering sauce to stores, or cooking during the week, and then on the weekends hitting up the barbecue competition trail with the family, the nephews or nieces, or just myself. Sometimes you need a getaway.
Can you get away? Wait a minute, wrong commercial.
That'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
We'll see it when we get there.
You ever thought of a food truck situation?
So we are working on. I am looking at getting a trailer, especially with having 3 drums now. It's kind of a pain to put it in the truck and get it off the truck. So we're looking at getting either a barbecue porch trailer or just like a cargo trailer and turning it into
an ambulance
concession trailer. No, we're not getting no ambulance.
We don't want to steal old Rusty's idea.
No, yeah, that's something we're looking at. I've seen other people do it. You don't really need much but the sinks, really. Especially with our pit, we have the griddle on there, we have the fryers on there, the smoker. So we don't really need much besides, just warmers and crock pots. That's it. Because everything else we can, make in the fryer or put on the, hamburgers or whatever it is. So I mean, that's something that we can probably get maybe, hopefully the next couple months or a year or so. But yeah, that's something I am looking into.
There you have it.
Getting that money to buy
That's
some more
it.
sauce. Gotta buy some more sauce. That's where I
Buy
want to
some
go.
more sauce. Buy them by the case, please, because it's easier to ship a case than it is a bottle. But if you only want
That's why I
one,
keep telling everybody. I rather y'all go. I rather y'all hit up the stores and y'all. When the stores sell out, to me, yeah, I'm losing a little bit of money. I'm not making whatever it is, but it's easier and better to get rid of a case versus one bottle here, two bottles there. It's easier to get rid of cases. So buy more sauce from those 14 stores that we got, or buy on BigSalinsBarbecue.com.
that's it right there. But here's okay. If they're not in a store, if there's a local grilling store that they go to and they want our sauce there, what do they need to do?
Yep. So there's a store that you frequent regularly that you love. Go in there and talk to them. Say, hey, I know this good product that I use and like. Big Salinas Barbecue. They have some sauces and rubs. Let them know about us, and then you can even let me know or let Junior know. Hey, there's a store right here. This is the store, and we'll contact them, and we'll see about getting them in the store. You can even I've had some people buy samples and take some in there. Say, here's mine to try. Um, and done cooks on there with them, because they're in the store a lot. So certainly that's another option, but it's better if they have a customer say, I want this stuff in the store, because they have customers saying they want it. That means they got customers wanting it as soon as they get in the shelf. So
Correct. And most small businesses want to make their customers returning multiple time customers, not just once. We don't want you to just return once or twice. We want you to come back over and over, because as soon as they know they have one customer doing it, chances are they're going to have two, they're going to have three. And then of course it's you tell 5 people. So you're going to tell 5 people. And then if it's real good, they're going to tell 5 people. It's the old word of mouth, the advertising that was done a little bit before social media. That still is the most effective way to me. Because if I hear, hey, you got to try this is so awesome. Okay, I'm gonna try it because I've just heard it from somebody that's used the product for sure. Yep. So definitely hit that up and hit us up, because we will go out there. We'll work them. We'll do it from our side, and we'll try to get you, because I know their shipping costs can be kind of crazy. And for you to be able to just go in, get it, and know it's going to be there safe, especially with some of these videos going around with UPS or post office box, mail, the U.S. Postal Service. Not getting tired and damaging your stuff. You won't have to worry about it, because you'll be able to go pick it up and do it there. So plus it gets us in another store, which we love. We want to help small businesses, and we want to help you out. So it's a win-win in that regard. So we are here we're in June. Your birthday is coming up. What do you want for your birthday? What do you get a pitmaster for his birthday?
I can tell you what all the listeners can do. They can go online and buy our in-stores and buy our original barbecue sauce, because we are 96 bottles away from hitting 1,000 sold, just the original ones. And it'd be kind of cool to hit it on June 17th, 1,000 bottles sold of original barbecue sauce.
There, so have it.
Wow. That word.
Now, is there anybody, and if you watch this thing or you're hitting there, for the first person, we haven't done a contest, so we'll have to advertise the contest. I personally will pay for I'll buy you a bottle of the original sauce, and I will ship it to you. Or I will deliver it myself, or Randy will, depending on where it's at. And Randy, you can't enter. If you have one of the first bottles of the sauce that has an air on it, take a picture, put it in the comments to this video when it's there. If first person that has it, I personally will send you I will buy you another bottle of original sauce and ship it to you. You can choose the spicy if you want the spicy, and I'll give you the spicy one. I'll buy you either the original or spicy, but you got to send a picture. Just can't tell us what it is. You got to show me the actual label on it. So there's a little thing in there. So we'll have to tease this and hide it here as we're in the middle of this podcast. But again, the original sauce, and you can show me what was wrong with it. The first person that can prove that picture when they get this out will win that contest, and we will announce it. So for Randy's birthday, he wants to sell 96 bottles of original sauce to hit 1,000. Let's help him do that. But so for your birthday, what do we do for you for your birthday? Do we buy you a brisket and have you cook it?
I'm going to be working, so I don't know what y'all going to buy me.
On the weekend, because that's what they do for Father's Day. We were talking about that with Father's Day coming up, 4th of July coming up. I was telling Chelsea, I said, hey, this is funny because with Mother's Day, mothers don't cook. You ain't getting no mother in the kitchen on Mother's Day. But for Father's Day, we still got to go outside and cook them hamburgers. We got to cook steaks or whatever else they want. So really, we kind of get the short end of the stick on Father's Day. But your birthday coming up. But 4th of July is coming up even bigger. Do you have anything? What are you cooking? Like, what's on Randy's menu? What does he must have for 4th of July?
Usually I don't cook on 4th of July. Last year we didn't cook because we were out of town. I think the year before, I cooked whatever y'all had.
I don't remember.
For y'all's wedding.
Oh, it was the wedding. That's right.
I think. And whatever else.
It was our wedding. Sorry about that. Hopefully Chelsea doesn't listen to this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We had brisket.
Forgot your anniversary.
And it's on my sad but true statement. The date is on the ring.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what we're doing if we're here. I may cook up a brisket. It may just be hamburgers, maybe chicken wings. I don't know.
Chicken wings,
hamburgers, hot dogs,
and
some chicken fajitas.
Oh, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, what do y'all normally cook up, Chris?
It kind of just depends on what's going down. We've done all kinds of different things. One of the things we did for my birthday one year, which was a really good time, is we actually went to the farmers market in Dallas and just got a bunch of stuff and came home and cooked. Like, kind of didn't plan anything. It was just kind of one of those things, and that was a good time. It was almost like one of those shows like top.
Yeah,
nice. Chopping stuff.
Where they just go to the market, you just pick out stuff. Oh, we're gonna pick this, and this. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we made wontons. We did all kinds of different things, man. It was cool.
That's it right there. Get creative. We'll have to see, because something always comes up with us, and you're right. Now that I think about it, it's like we were going to do it, and then we go to Lubbock, or of course, 2 years ago we had a wedding, and then the year before that we had something else come up, and it's just been crazy. So we'll see, but interesting. I mean, like you said, I don't know. Usually 4th of July, it's like, give me a hot dog. Give me some hamburgers. It's usually pretty simple, pretty basic. I mean, that's all. I mean, a brisket sounds great. We'll have to see. Maybe if we're there, cook some vegetables or something, smoke some vegetables. I've seen some cooking shows with that on there, and it looks really good. Like, everything hit the grill. If it was being on your plate, it hit the grill.
Yeah, I mean, I love grilled corn, man.
Yep.
That's hard to beat.
Oh,
to
yeah.
me.
Especially when it's
vegetables
still
is really the best.
yeah.
Maybe steamed or baked for sure.
For sure. And the chicken wings, I mean, those are good. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. But like you said, vegetables, grilled corn, oh my God. Mouth watering already, especially grill it up, make it nice, get that little smoky flavor to it, and then top it off with some butter. Good to go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the mayonnaise? Y'all do that? I know that's something that, as far as Mexican culture, it's part of it.
If I'm at Trader
I'm not about that life, bro.
Village. If I'm at Trader's Village, yeah. If I'm at the house, no.
Yeah.
I don't. And it's weird like that, because they've done it at work, little elote style stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, give me a cup, give me 2 cups, and I get buying 2. Trader's Village, same thing. I got to go to the little store stand with it, but at the house I won't do it. Just
Yeah, same.
it's one of those I won't make it, but you can make it for me type of deals. For real, but. It's interesting. I don't know. Like it's a 4th of July coming up. I mean, I know Princeton always does their big old thing. You going out to any places to watch? Do you go out to any places to watch fireworks? Or you're not a big fireworks, Chris?
I actually one year I was living in Addison Circle, and I don't know if you've ever been to Kaboom Town. I know you guys are out in the country. We're here as city folks. We go out to Addison for Kaboom Town, and it's quite a extravaganza. And to see that literally from your apartment window, like up front, up close and personal, was pretty sweet.
We might be country experience. Let me tell you about Princeton now. In Princeton, they do their big fireworks. Like I think they do it the day before Kaboom, the 3rd, right before Kaboom. So they're trying to compete with Kaboom Town. You're never going to compete with them. But they have like concerts and stuff.
Have you ever been to LaFon's?
Yep.
You ever heard of that? Oh yeah.
The problem is
that's a blast. It's a blast.
The problem
is dangerous.
The problem in Princeton.
But it's a blast.
Oh, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous because everybody's popping fireworks about 5 feet from each other.
Yeah, it's like
I'll tell you a funny story. What was the story? We were at I don't know if you ever went. No, you did go out there once. We lived in that trailer on an acre of land. It was raining. Mm-hmm. We had some fireworks, and somebody set the firework, the little big old cannon that go up, and it sunk in the mud a little bit, and it went off probably about 2 feet over the house. And then it lit up the thing. And then we've had fireworks, little Saturn missiles fall over and it's shooting things, hitting cars. I mean, we've had all kinds of things. And people in Princeton, they have a rule you can't pop fireworks in city limits, so they've moved it back. They don't care. Mm-hmm. I've seen people pop them driving in their truck, driving down the road, man. These people do not care. Still right behind my parents. They pop them, drives Mickey crazy. She got to come in the house.
Well, they pop them, and it sounds like
a
bomb exploded and shakes the house because it's so close.
Oh yeah. We had that one time. It definitely sounded like that. So I'm interested to see. Put it in the comments. What are y'all doing for July? We'll talk more about it here probably in our next episode for sure as we get more of a plan. But let's just keep going. We can take a break here in a second. When this airs, let's see. Let's just go with what is your favorite? Well, okay, so you were down. Let's go. I want to go back to the cook off. You drove down there. You stayed at a hotel. You drove back. Did you drink?
A little bit.
Not as much as you would.
Yeah, not very much.
You got Mason that could have drove.
And not that I don't trust Mason. Like I told him, I trust you, and I've seen him drive. I trust his driving. I don't trust Houston drivers.
And that's where you got to think of the hot. You just said it. Houston, it's hotter than here.
And in Dallas on the way back on Sunday, so you're going to like this story. Okay, so we're driving back on 75, and you're coming off. You're going there. We may be on there for maybe like 5-10 minutes. Well, it just comes to a complete stop. Okay. So, and we're all the way in the left lane. So we're trying to see what's going on. What's holding up traffic. There is a tire that hits the guardrail and decides it wants to go from the left side of the highway all the way to the right side of the highway. I happen to glance over to the right side, and what's sitting there? The truck pulling a boat, missing not one, but 2 left side tires. So we're sitting there, Mason's pulling out his phone, and I go, wait, Mason, look, that tire is going back. And sure enough, that tire went right back to where it started on that boat. It was the craziest story thing we've seen. I was like, see, that's why I didn't want you to drive, is because you're going to see stuff like that. on this drive, especially coming back, you're like, I don't trust that traffic. Especially
No,
not with a brand new Drummond.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't blame you. That's some crazy. Wow, I've seen too many. I need to get off TikTok. I've seen too many videos of tires rolling down and it gets under a car and decides to stands up and it flips the car, or whatever. Hopefully, so I don't blame him for not letting. Like you said, he is a good driver, I'm sure, and but it's just, do we trust the other people? And that's especially
and he knew that. I told him, and he was already prepared to drive back. I just told him, if you have to drive, I'll get you out of Houston. So once we hit that main stretch, we'll pull over. You get in the driver's seat. And he was cool with it. But I also didn't want to, drink too much because, with it being 80 degrees, sitting next to a 325-degree pit, you don't want to be drinking too much because then you're going to be sick. So
you don't want to get heat exhaustion like I did waiting to go into the Ranger game that one day.
Yeah, but now if we would have won GC at one of those, I told him I probably would have broke down and cried, and we'd have been all drinking. We wouldn't have come back on Sunday. We would have said, "Nope, we're getting a hotel. We drinking."
What's that Rudy's cup? Put that cup down. Don't put that Rudy's cup on this thing. It's all good. Rudy's got some good breakfast. I ain't gonna lie. But,
breakfast tacos.
Breakfast tacos are good. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you like, them or Buc-ee's better?
I've never had Rudy's.
Brody's makes a great brisket.
Well, they have a little bit more options. Yeah. They have the brisket. They have the brisket. They have sausage and egg, and that's pretty good shit.
Yeah. Now Buc-ee's, I like their croissant in the morning. I like their croissant.
Yeah. Buc-ee's got some good food.
Burritos now.
I just hate that you have to got to go to the touch screen to order a hot dog. The hot dog should be right there. You better grab it and go. I don't know. I'm gonna turn it into a hot dog one day.
That's privilege right there. I got to drive 45 minutes to.
Same here.
It's almost an hour to get to a Buc-ee's. Y'all are so close. You're like mad about the convenience of it.
I'm not as far as you, but I'm in Frisco. I have to go to Melissa, or I got to go to Louisville. So it's probably a 25 minutes.
That's a drive. That's a drive.
It's a little drive, but problem is I get out and either going towards the Denton one or the Melissa one, and I pass it and I keep going up north. Next thing you know, I'm at the casino. It's just, and I don't know. I'm sitting there and I need to.
I don't know what happened.
We don't go. That's why we're just like, go to Buc-ee's. Nope, sorry. It's a gateway.
So you gonna put any wagers down on the fight this weekend? By the way,
what fight?
You got Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather.
Listen. Mayweather, I think, will win.
He should win.
But if he was to get knocked out and lose, I'd be okay with it. I would laugh. Like, literally, I would laugh. Because the height difference.
I mean, he's not going to because it's under his. You got to know he picks his fights. He's like.
And it's an exhibition.
He's like Jake Paul. They're going to make sure they get the best end of the deal. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Logan's going into it just for publicity.
Correct, making money.
Now the other one going up against Woodley, he may lose because Woodley is now going to be trained by Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, well there you go.
Who told reporters, "Give me him, tell him to come to Vegas. I'm gonna train him, and he's gonna knock him out." So if you get that kind of privilege, you're gonna take it.
You're going to take it down, huh? That's it. We'll see. It should be interesting for sure. What happens in the fight this weekend for sure. What is it? Sunday? I think it's the 6th or something. Sunday. It's on an odd day. Yeah.
Wow.
So we'll see. I don't know I wouldn't put any money on it, but just.
It'll go to this.
Yeah. Cause you don't hit.
That's why there's no.
That's the problem with Mayweather. Can you hit him? That's always been the thing. It's like, can he take a punch? Well, we don't know because nobody really hits him. He's good at boxing. That's his thing, is he's a boxer for sure.
He knows exactly what to do.
So we'll see. Let's take a little quick break here so we can get some more stuff going in, and then we're gonna hop back in because I gotta know. I know Chris has done his homework, certain somebody's wearing number 9 now. I want to know how much he paid to get it. So we'll be back with that here in a second.
On this week's episode, we are
talking about all sorts of stuff. Hey, have you guys noticed today, June 1st, your Instagram advertisements have all become rainbow themed?
Yes.
You know why? We're talking about Pride Week. And
month. It's a month-long party.
It's a week for me. Percentage-wise of homosexual tendencies comes out to a week for me. Personally.
Personally, all right.
Let's see. What else are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Jake Paul, one of the Paul boys, is going to fight a dude that he probably shouldn't fight, but I said that last time. So we're going to talk about that. And we are going to talk about our favorite war movies about other countries, because today's Memorial Day. No, wait, I got that wrong. We're talking about American war movies.
Yes.
Is that right?
In honor of Memorial Day.
Yeah, Americana war American movies.
I am sure that the music has run out by now. So let's start the show.
Hey.
All right, let's bring it back. All right. Wait a minute. A little Matthew McConaughey right there going on. Is he be our next governor? Welcome back, though. Let's hit this last thing. You know how we like to end the show. We're going to bring it back, and I teased it as we went on. And I got to hear it from Chris, Mr. Irish, Mr. Notre Dame. What did Jalen Smith pay? Because they said he paid something. I know you're looking at it.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up the actual number, and I haven't been able to find it yet. But
did he pay it to Romo, or did he pay it to Jerry? Or
no,
what
you got to pay it. Basically, what you have to do in order to be able to pull this off, you have to clear out the inventory. Whatever is out there, you have to clear it out in order to be able to do it. So he paid mid 6 figures, is what it. So you can speculate what it is there, but I mean.
How many Jalen Smith jerseys you think?
Yeah, because he has to buy all those jersey numbers that have already been made.
Yeah, all the 54s.
So he buys them.
He's lucky he didn't have to buy all the 9s, right? He didn't have to buy all the Romos.
I got one. I got 2 in my closet.
Well, there you go. But as you know, as a Romo fan, since you have 2 of his jerseys, is this something that bothers you, or do you like it?
I'll be honest. It bothers a little bit, but this day and age with people wearing different numbers and stuff, the fact that I guess Jerry's okay with it, is it going to be one of those, are we ever going to see anybody? I think, to me, honestly, as long as nobody in a game has got 22, 8, or 12, I think I'm good. 88 has a special thing to it. I mean, Irvin wasn't the first one to wear it.
Right.
So, 9, yeah, it's Romo. He brought us through days when we had nothing but Romo.
Right.
If he had a defense, who knows what he would have done. But I think, like I said, we'll see.
I love it, man.
Jalen
I love
wants
it. Like,
maybe
I love that
he'll earn it.
It's a number that he's worn since high school. Wore it from high school to college. They didn't have the option to wear it in any of the pros, and I think that the fact that they're giving these guys the option to wear numbers that they've worn their whole lives is special. And I think it's interesting and it's fun, man. Like, we all remember when Jordan came back and he was wearing number 45 and how weird that was, but how cool that was. He went back to 23, but it was cool to have that little mix up, that little change.
Yeah. Didn't Kobe change jerseys for out of nowhere too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he changed from 8 to 24.
Mm-hmm. To 24. That's what I thought. What did he? I mean, I don't even remember why he changed for me. I don't know. But
he Kobe had originally had 8, and then at one point he wanted 24 to kind of get like Michael. So he went to 24.
Yeah,
I think what he wore the rest
original
of his
number
career.
8 came from Mike D'Antoni, who the coach. Yeah. But he was a fan of his because he grew up in Europe when his dad was playing out there. And Mike D'Antoni was playing out there, and that was his favorite player.
Gotcha. That's cool. Like I said, we'll let Jalen wear the number 9. We'll see if he can live up to it. do better, maybe keep the tradition going. Like 88 has something. Maybe we have a new number with that.
He definitely has a lot to
let's see.
prove this year, so maybe that's the
He-
motivation he needs to
Yeah.
keep it going and earn his spot.
He didn't look good today, getting juked out by Zeke pretty bad.
I mean, Zeke's got that's another
Zeke
guy
may
who's
be
got he's on a
bad.
mission. He's on a mission.
Zeke is definitely on a mission, and I think that's
And Dax looked amazing. I think he's looking better than we all expected him to be at this point, and I'm very excited about it.
Now, will we be holding our breath the first hit he takes when he gets hit? Or he scrambles. Okay, is he getting up? If he's not ready, he says he's first time he gets hit, he's gonna break it again. So
No, I don't think so. I think it's a little different. It's not a back situation. You know, I think anytime anybody touched Romo, we were a little worried about it, and so maybe that plays into it. You know, we're kind of PTSD when it comes to quarterbacks getting hit. I think that this will be a little different. It's a lower leg injury. I think it would be very rare for him to have, you know, the same kind of injury happen twice. I don't know. I just think it'd be like lightning in a bottle.
I can see
Well,
that.
there is people that said they've had that injury before and they've had it happen again by playing sports. I mean, it could happen. I hope it don't happen. Like I said, I hope he does shut me up and everybody else up. But I don't personally think he was worth what he got. But I don't pay him. I'm not Jerry Jones. I'm not a Jones. I don't make those decisions.
You're
That's
Mike
for them to
Jones.
decide. You know, that's for us as fans to not like and hate. But like I said, right now he's got to get out of the conversation with Tony Romo and all the, you know, Quincy Carter and all the other quarterbacks who, you know, couldn't make it to the NFC Championship or win a Super Bowl. He's got to get to that next step. He's got to, you know, get towards the level of Troy Aikman and, you know, Captain America. He's got to get up. He's got to get to one of them too, in order to go down as, you know, one of the top quarterbacks in franchise history.
Well, Romo's got all the stats, but like you said, the stats didn't equal the wins. Partly because Dak ran into what Romo ran into, no defense. Romo had no defense for the longest time, had nothing back there. And so that's the issues he ran into. I mean, because eventually, okay, let's just stop them. And can they stop us? And eventually it was no. Because what was the game he lost to Peyton in Denver? Like 49-51. Who puts up 49 points and you still lose the game? I mean, we'll see for sure. Like I said, I've heard good news. The rookie's looking good. I mean, everybody's looking pretty good going on. Blake Jarwin, he said, is progressing pretty nice for all that. Vander Esch, they have no plans to trade him. So I think that's exciting. Like I said, keep him. He's got to prove something. You might as well make him prove it on your team and not somebody else's.
Yeah.
Because you already got it. So, and he's going to count against you anyways. You might as well make him prove it. So
we go from no defense to a really deep defense, and I'm excited about that.
Yep. We got more linebacker out now.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a ton of linebackers.
For sure.
Gregory might even come back from what they're saying. So we'll see. The offensive line's looking healthy. So that's huge. Because I think that was a big key of us last year. Like I said, is
I mean, we could be in a worse
injury.
position. We could yeah.
What would you say?
I was waiting on you to finish.
Oh, my
But
bad.
I was going to say we could be in a worse position. We could be like Green Bay or Houston and have our quarterback not there.
There you
That's
go.
true.
There you go.
What is going to happen with Aaron Rodgers? I mean, do they trade him? What y'all's guess? And if you think they're going to trade him, where do you think he'll end up at? Because I don't think he plays for him. I think they're going to be stubborn and not trade him until training camp.
Yeah, and if they do trade him, I think he'll end up going to the AFC West. He'll either be going to the Broncos or he'll be going to the Raiders. That's my guess.
Yeah, I could see the Broncos. Yeah, I could see that. I don't think they trade him. I think they want him back. I don't think he's coming back. I think he needs to make a point to where He doesn't say he can sit out. He doesn't have to come back. So I think when the quarterback makes a stand, the league will change.
Yeah, and then
So
if that's
someone has to do what the player unit wouldn't do.
Right, and can you imagine a season where two of your top highly touted popular quarterbacks both sit out and put pressure on the ownership? You're talking about making some major changes to the NFL.
Yeah.
Here's another question with that. How does that affect fantasy football? Because do you draft
that's
him?
a risk. That's a risk you're gonna have to
and knowing I gotta get somebody else because Randy in our league, that's Ed's dude. He's drafted him 6 years in a row, whatever we've done it with him, and that's what they draft. I think Chelsea had Watson last year or something like that.
I mean, I think it's doable, but you don't want to.
Like
you don't want to go.
You draft him in December.
You don't want to go too early.
Yeah, because it's gonna be you have to draft him. You have to draft him, but you have to do it late enough to where it's not, and then turn around and really get this is going to be my starter.
Yeah, or maybe
if you
your
can
starter
get
first.
Mahomes early, then get him as a backup or something like that. So
I definitely wouldn't do it before the 10th round. I'd say that.
Oh no! Don't be drafting two quarterbacks. I don't know. I heard that in Chris's league. Don't draft two quarterbacks. That's unheard of. That's stupid.
You got to draft.
Heaven forbid your quarterback gets hurt, right? Heaven forbid.
You have to.
But what's funny is the same person that said they were stupid was sitting there trading. I need to make a trade. I need to trade a quarterback. Well, see, drafting two quarterbacks wasn't so stupid. That wasn't
two quarterbacks. The only thing I don't draft two at is kickers.
Oh yeah.
But people draft two kickers all the time, and they go, "Well, you need it for a bye week." I'm like, I could probably do without him for a bye week.
Or just
my
pick
team's
one up.
Performing.
I always just pick somebody up.
I always just pick because somebody's hurt or something.
Yeah, or somebody gets cut. Somebody gets cut. Somebody ends up.
I don't do. I see two defenses. I just my thing. I always just let me stack up offense. Let me get my defense, and then because usually defense I'm in and out in all year long because.
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing where you do your best. You try to make your best guess and then readjust somewhere in the middle of the season. Hopefully, everybody else has got their defenses locked up, and then you can find a nice little pickup a few weeks in.
You just want to be able to make that run late.
Yeah.
You don't want to be hot.
I've been in a position where, if Junior's seen it to where you're at the top and then you get in the playoffs and you don't do very good. Or you're at the bottom, and all of a sudden, bam! You're playing for first place.
That happened in our league. That happened in my league a couple of years ago. Randy was number one. I think you lost one game that year, something like that. One game maybe, and the top people were like they were cruising. Bye week here, they come out first week and they lose to the low. I think I had almost the lowest two seeds in the Super Bowl because they got hot. Their teams got hot at the right time, and and that's the thing. That's the cool thing with fantasy football is you have to pick it for that. And I always in my leagues a week before, so I guess now we'll end week 17, not week 18.
Yeah, week 17.
So. I've got a league. I got a league that I was in the other one. He's playing.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out because sometimes, let's say you have a team who is kind of running away in their division. Do you with there being an extra game in there, do you risk putting out your starters? You might be sitting people 2 weeks before the season's over.
Yep.
And even longer than that. What if let's say Dallas? You're 11 wins and the rest of the division did what they did this year.
Yeah.
You can really sit down week 13 and 14, start to rest your guys. I mean, if you're not making a contention for that first, but what is it? Only the number, are they still leaving it where only the top seed gets a bye?
I think they are.
I think so.
I like that. A lot of people didn't like that. I loved it because it gives you something to fight for. And it gave somebody to fight for week 17.
Yeah.
Which now will be 18 to give you something to fight for to go from there. Unlike fighting like the Rangers.
That format, I don't mind. It's the extra week I think is stupid. I think you're going to have, now instead of the last week, you're going to have the last 2 or 3 weeks of basically the starters playing the first half, for like Kansas City and Tampa, all those good teams that that you're going to be in there. They may not be they may have 1, 2, and 3 locked up. So what do they have to play for?
What do you have to play
they're
for?
not moving.
Correct. And what if you are like that? Like I think Patrick Mahomes came out and said he wants to be the first team to go 20-0. So let's just, if they're 15-0 and their number one seed is the next place to them has got 3 wins, so they basically got the number one seed by week 16, 2 weeks of the season. Why bother? I mean, do you really go hard? Yeah, you want to go undefeated, but you've got the number one seed locked up. So let's play a half. If we're running away with it or we're getting beat, we'll just take the loss and we'll move on. So it'll be interesting for the league commissioners come fantasy.
I mean, yeah, but because
you can't get cold.
You can, and then but thinking about this, like let's say you do that, you're Patrick Mahomes, and you guys ran the table. You start sitting them 2 weeks before the season's over. They have a bye, and that means that team, your starters hadn't played in 4 weeks by the time they get back on that field. A whole month. Yep. I don't know if that's a good idea either. It's a long ass time.
It is. That's. It's going to be an interesting season, and
I love that about that because it's a nice wrinkle to the season, and it gives coaches something to think about and strategize about, and I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
We need to strategize where we're eating for week 1. I think brisket. Whenever, wait a minute, week 1's on a Thursday. Maybe not a brisket for the Cowboys. We don't have multiple teams like Chris and some other people we know.
Excuse me? I'm a Cowboys through and through, sir.
Well, I guess I could cheer for the GOAT. The GOAT.
Oh, no, sir. We're going to beat him week 1. We're going to beat him.
That'd be nice. I like I said, okay, I'm looking at, I just love the predictions people make. They got us losing, like, I saw one, they had us winning 5 games.
5 games.
Getting beat by every team. Every team in the division twice. They got us losing the first 2 games. They think the Chargers are going to roll over us. I mean, I'm like, am I missing something with the Chargers? Are they that good?
I mean, they got a good young
quarterback. I mean, the cornerback is good, but they got Allen. I guess we have no one. They don't. We'll see if anybody can take away their top receiver. I mean, once you usually do that, you usually can stop the Chargers. But we'll see. I don't know. Cowboys got a tough schedule, but I think we can pull out a division win. I'm not going to go Randy's prediction and say we win them all or lose them all. So
lose them all, man. They can't hurt. They can't break your heart if you say lose them all.
That's true.
And then when they win one, okay, we'll lose the rest.
Ahead of the curve, huh? We will see. NBA playoffs are still going on.
I mean, who was the last year that predicted almost that?
The predicted what?
Their record was it Jorge?
Yeah,
Jorge like 7 wins or something like that.
They were gonna go 7-9 or whatever. Yeah,
he was spot on with it.
He really was. And that's the thing. Like we were talking mad crap to him the whole season, and he ended up right.
He ended up dead on right. We'll see. I don't think the division can be that bad again, can it? I mean, I think Washington's going to be really good, but I really don't see. I don't see New York doing anything, and I don't see Philly doing much of anything next year. Here's something that I saw on, I think the fan did it with Dan Orlovsky, and he said that he doesn't see that Dak is a game changer that can give you wins. But and a quarterback can't give you wins, but if Daniel Jones does better than what he's supposed to, then he's going to push New York into the playoffs and into the number 1 spot. Isn't that a quarterback giving you win? Is that not contradicting yourself? If a quarterback like that, Dan Orlovsky is the white Stephen A. Smith. You know what I mean? Like he just says stuff to get a reaction out of people. Like he can't. There's no way he can believe half the crap that comes out of his mouth. There's no, because I was listening to it, and even they said afterwards, they're like he totally contradicted it. If Daniel Jones can give you 2 or 3 more wins, but no quarterback can give you wins. Wait a minute, what? But Daniel Jones can, so I guess he's not a quarterback all of a sudden. We'll see. I don't know. You're probably right. I like the white Stephen A. Smith. I like that. Yeah, or like remember Tim Hasselbeck? He's kind of the same kind of deal there. He would say a bunch of crazy stuff just to kind of say stuff.
They're all go downfield, score and win.
Let's not put him down as
Wrong.
Stephen A. Let's not put him down as Stephen A. Smith because he's his own category. We'll say they're trying to be like Skip Bayless. Let's
There
say
you
that.
go,
Just
yep.
spit nonsense. But like he talking about my Clippers. Your ass was a Spurs fan a couple years ago when they were winning. And now all of a sudden when they had Duncan and all that, my Spurs. Now Duncan's gone and all that. Now my Clippers. You know what? Don't cheer for any teams I like again, please. He says my Cowboys, and it just drives me nuts. But we'll see. Like I said, don't put him in the Stephen A. Stephen A's his own special breed.
Right.
He's just a hater.
Hater. That's the best way. I mean, the guy gets paid millions of dollars, so we're not going to hate on what he does. Obviously, he gets paid to be an idiot, but that's just my 2 cents on it. But we'll see. NBA playoffs are still going on. This airs. We'll see if the Mavericks have finished off the Clippers, or did they lose to the Clippers? They give up the 3-2 lead they had when we taped this. LeBron hanging on by the hair of his chinny chin chin. What are y'all thoughts on him just like quitting on the team? I was telling Nick this at Mason's birthday yesterday that there was a play in the game. He didn't like the shot that was taken or something. He threw his hands up in the air and walked down the court as Phoenix when they got them a wide open 3-point shot because it's 5-on-4. If you can't find an open guy at 5-on-4, you don't need to be playing basketball. I don't care at what age level you're at. We've coached basketball before, Randy. If we couldn't get a wide open shot at that, we're not very good coaches. And he didn't even care. Like he gave up on his team. And I think he does it too much for him to be considered he's the GOAT of basketball. I'm sorry. You flop. You'd give up on your team. You can't be the guy. I see Jordan get beat. Everybody's seen Jordan get beat. And even like Duncan and them. We've seen Tim Duncan and Kobe get beat. Kobe out there trying to play with the torn Achilles at one point. Didn't want to come out the game, even though they were going to lose the game. He just didn't want to come out the game. But we'll see. We'll see what's going on with basketball. Baseball season's over. It's only June, and it's already over.
Pretty much. 11 games out of
For the
first.
Rangers, I mean, it was over to begin with.
16 games as of June 3rd, 16-17 game losing streak.
They do have a really good bat. That the center fielder, I think.
Yeah,
Garcia, what is he?
Yeah.
oldest, one of the oldest rookies of all time, and he's crushing it.
Yeah. He's going to get a nice, good trade when he comes to the trade deadline. That's for sure.
He's going to try to play for a contender.
People I bet already following the Rangers for him. I mean, he's been hot hitting walk-off home runs, catching home runs.
Yeah, he's got a
I thought they were going to
too.
trade Gallo, but he does have a cannon. He's got an arm and a half. We'll see. Like I said, I thought they were going to trade Gallo, but I don't think they're going to trade Gallo anymore because I don't think anybody wants him. So we'll see what happens in that thing as we go forward. But Randy, any final thoughts? Any other tips or tricks you want to share?
No tips or tricks. I do want to give some shout outs to, of course, Brothers Keepers Barbecue for their third place overall for the 2-day weekend in Tomball. It was pretty cool to see them get third place overall against some heavy hitters and finish right behind Bill Purvis with the 2 GCs, and then Philip Breeden, Lucky Charms Barbecue. Those two can cook. Good Lord. And of course, Adam Martinez with Damn If I'm Poe come on Sunday. I finished third overall on Sunday. I'm using our barbecue sauce. And then, of course, El Chingon, Omar Charles and his wife used our sauce and hit, I think 10th place port on Sunday. Get some good cooks too. So, and then another one, his name is Gary Robertson. He had hit me up during the week, and I had told him this is my brisket recipe. This is what we use. And if y'all don't know, it is holy garlic, no bull rub, and some hot porker for competition. He used that same exact rubs first time using it and got first place brisket.
Nice.
So congrats to all of them.
Nice.
And of course, as always, give our stuff a try. BigSalinsBarbecue.com. And remember, I would love to see 1,000 bottles sold of that original sauce. 96 more to go. So let's see if we can get that by June 17th. And as always, give it a try because you never know. Just make it hooked off a big taste, big flavor, Big Salinas.
There it is. There it is. And of course, special thanks to the mad scientist behind the mic. He looks like he's got his window open today. He's got the breeze coming in. He might have farted, to be honest. Just trying it out. But big thanks to him and all he does with the stuff. Go check us out, of course, online. In the middle of it, again, like I said, go back and listen if you don't know what the contest is. I will be sending you a bottle of original or spicy, but you got to go back and hit the contest rules, because I will call you out and say, nope, you didn't follow the rules. And we're looking to have some fun. Let's help him get to that 1,000 bottles sold. 90 needs 96 more. I want to add one into it. Let's make it in there. And of course, anytime you're out there, you're cooking, you're taking a walk, or you're just spending time with family and friends, do it with love and do it with passion. And we will see you down the road.
Good job, boys.
Peace.
The original 5 levels are big, healthy, husky, fluffy, and damn. People ask, what could be bigger than damn?